Feeling like a zombie in the morning? Try this 10-minute routine to transform from the walking dead to the walking awesome. All right, let's start with a gentle warm-up to get our blood flowing and muscles ready to conquer the day. Begin by marching in place, lifting your knees high and swinging your arms like you're leading a parade of sleepyheads. Next, transition into some light jogging in place. Imagine you're late for the coffee machine. Keep it easy and relaxed, focusing on your breathing. No need to sprint to the fridge just yet. Now let's add some arm circles. Pretend you're a helicopter about to take off. Extend your arms out to the sides and make small circles, gradually increasing the size. You're flying now. After that, move into some gentle head rolls. Imagine you're saying no to Monday blues. Slowly roll your head from side to side, then front to back. Nod like you just heard the best joke ever. Finish off our warm-up with some gentle side bends. Reach for the stars, or at least the top shelf snacks. Reach one arm over your head while sliding the other down your leg. Stretch like you're reaching for that last cookie. Great job. Now that we're warmed up and ready, let's move on to some dynamic stretches. Time to get moving like a morning superhero. Now that we're warmed up, it's time to move into some dynamic stretches. Get ready to stretch like a cat waking up from a nap. Start with some leg swings. Imagine you're trying to kick away all the Monday blues. Hold onto a wall or a sturdy object for balance and swing one leg forward and backward. Pretend you're a pendulum in a very confused clock. Next, switch to side leg swings. Swing like you're trying to swat a fly with your foot. Stand tall and swing one leg out to the side and then across your body. Think of it as a dance move from a very avant-garde routine. Now let's do some arm swings. Channel your inner windmill. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart and swing your arms across your body. Imagine you're giving invisible high fives to both sides. Move on to some torso twists. Twist like you're trying to see who's stealing your snacks. Stand with your feet hip width apart and gently twist your upper body from side to side. Pretend you're a human washing machine. Finish off with some walking lunges. Step forward like you're about to propose to your favorite snack. Step forward with one leg and lower your body until your front knee is bent at a 90-degree angle. Make sure you don't look like a wobbly flamingo. Push off your front foot to return to the starting position and repeat on the other side. Imagine you're pushing away all the bad vibes. Fantastic. Our muscles are now warmed up and ready for the next part of our routine. You're now as limber as a rubber band. A quick cardio burst to elevate our heart rate. Let's get that heart pumping like it's seen a ghost. All right, it's time to get our heart rate up with a quick cardio burst. Get ready to sweat like you just saw your ex at the gym. Start with some jumping jacks. Imagine you're trying to swat a mosquito that just won't quit. Jump your feet out to the sides while raising your arms overhead, then jump back to the starting position. It's like a dance move, but less coordinated. Next, transition into high knees. Pretend you're trying to impress someone with your invisible jump rope skills. Run in place while lifting your knees as high as you can. Higher, like you're trying to avoid stepping on Lego bricks. Now let's add some butt kicks. Kick your own butt like you just remembered you left the oven on. Run in place, kicking your heels up toward your glutes. It's like you're trying to kickstart your own energy. Move on to some mountain climbers. Climb like you're escaping from a giant spider. Get into a plank position and alternate bringing your knees towards your chest as quickly as you can. Faster. Pretend there's a cookie at the top. Finish off our cardio burst with some burpees. Yes, the exercise we all love to hate. Start in a standing position. Drop into a squat, kick your feet back into a plank, and then jump back up to standing. It's like a trust fall, but with yourself. This high-intensity move works your entire body. Awesome job. Now go reward yourself with a victory dance. Welcome to the strength training portion of our routine. Let's start with some squats. Pretend you're sitting on an invisible chair that's just a bit too low. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart. Lower your body as if you're sitting back into that invisible chair and then push through your heels to return to standing. Don't worry, no one's judging your imaginary furniture. Next, let's do some push-ups. Think of it as a horizontal high five with the floor. Get into a plank position with your hands slightly wider than shoulder width apart. You're basically a human table now. Lower your body until your chest almost touches the floor, then push back up. Imagine you're pushing away all the bad vibes. Now let's move into some lunges. It's like proposing to the floor, but less romantic. Step forward with one leg and lower your body until your front knee is bent at a 90-degree angle. Make sure the floor says yes. Push off your front foot to return to the starting position and repeat on the other side. Now you're a lunging legend. Add in some bent over rows. Pretend you're picking up groceries, but cooler. Hold a pair of dumbbells or water bottles, hinge at your hips and pull the weights towards your chest. You're basically a human crane. Finish off with some plank holds. Think of it as a really intense nap. Get into a plank position on your forearms and hold for as long as you can. You're now a human bridge. Keep your core engaged and your body in a straight line. You're basically a superhero in disguise. Great work. Now that we've built some strength, let's move on to some core exercises. Your muscles will thank you later, promise. All right, folks, time to turn that core into a rock-solid fortress of awesomeness. Let's start with some basic crunches. Think of it as giving your abs a gentle wake-up call. Lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor. Pretend you're about to doze off, but don't. Place your hands behind your head and lift your shoulders off the ground. Imagine you're trying to peek over an invisible fence. Next up, bicycle crunches. No actual bicycles required. Lie on your back with your hands behind your head and your legs lifted off the ground. It's like you're pedaling in the air, but cooler. Alternate, bringing your opposite elbow to your opposite knee. Pretend you're trying to elbow a pesky fly. Now let's do some leg raises. Think of it as lifting your legs to say hello to the ceiling. Lie on your back with your legs straight and your hands by your sides. Get ready to defy gravity. Lift your legs towards the ceiling, keeping them straight, and then lower them back down. It's like a slow-motion kick. Add in some Russian twists, no passport needed. Sit on the ground with your knees bent and your feet lifted off the floor. Imagine you're balancing on a tiny boat. Hold your hands together in front of you and twist your torso from side to side. Pretend you're trying to spot a hidden treasure. Finish off with a plank with shoulder taps. It's like patting yourself on the back for a job well done. Get into a plank position and alternate tapping each shoulder with the opposite hand. You're basically a human table now. Awesome job. Our core is now fired up and ready to conquer the world, or at least the next meal. Now it's time to work on our balance, which is crucial for overall stability and coordination. And let's be honest, it's also great for impressing your friends at parties. Start with some single leg stands. Pretend you're a flamingo, but without the pink feathers. Stand on one leg and hold for as long as you can, then switch to the other leg. If you wobble, just call it a dance move. Next, move into some single leg deadlifts. Think of it as bowing to an invisible audience. Stand on one leg and hinge at your hips, lowering your upper body while lifting the opposite leg behind you. Try not to look like you're searching for a lost contact lens. Return to the starting position and repeat on the other side. Remember, symmetry is key, even if your balance isn't. Now let's do some heel-to-toe walks. Imagine you're walking a tightrope, but without the life-threatening danger. Walk in a straight line, placing the heel of one foot directly in front of the toes of the other foot. If you stumble, just say you're practicing for a sobriety test. Add in some side leg lifts. Channel your inner Karate Kid. Stand on one leg and lift the opposite leg out to the side, keeping it straight. If you feel like a dog at a fire hydrant, you're doing it right. Lower it back down and repeat on the other side. Balance is all about equal opportunity. Finish off with some tree poses. Because who doesn't want to be a majestic tree? Stand on one leg and place the sole of your other foot on your inner thigh or calf. If you fall, just say you're a tree in a windstorm. Bring your hands together in front of your chest and hold for as long as you can. Namaste, you balanced warrior. Fantastic. We've now worked on our balance and stability, and maybe had a few laughs along the way. Let's bend and stretch like a pretzel with some flexibility moves designed to make you feel like a human rubber band. Start with a forward fold. Try not to fall over. Stand with your feet hip-width apart, hinge at your hips and reach for your toes. If you can't reach, just wave at them. Let your head and neck relax. Pretend you're a rag doll. Next, move into a seated forward fold. Yes, more toe touching. Sit on the ground with your legs straight in front of you and reach for your toes, or as close as you can get without crying. Now let's do a butterfly stretch. No actual flying required. Sit on the ground with your feet together and your knees bent out to the sides. Flap those wings, hold your feet and gently press your knees towards the ground. Gently, like you're petting a kitten, add in a pigeon pose. No cooing necessary. Start in a downward dog position. Bring one knee forward and place it behind your wrist while extending the opposite leg straight back. Feel free to make pigeon noises if it helps. Finish off with a cat-cow stretch. Meow and moo your way to flexibility. Get on your hands and knees, arch your back towards the ceiling for the cat pose, and then dip your back towards the ground for the cow pose. Don't forget to purr and moo. Now let's take a few minutes to focus on deep breathing. And no, this isn't just an excuse to take a nap. This practice helps to relax the mind and reduce stress. Or at least, that's what we tell ourselves. Start by sitting or lying down in a comfortable position. Yes, you can use that pillow you love so much. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose, filling your lungs completely. Pretend you're smelling freshly baked cookies. Hold for a moment, then exhale slowly through your mouth, like you're blowing out birthday candles but without the cake. Next, try some diaphragmatic breathing. Fancy word, right? Place one hand on your chest and the other on your abdomen. No, this isn't a dance move. Breathe in deeply through your nose, allowing your abdomen to rise, and then exhale slowly through your mouth. Feel like a human balloon yet? Now let's do some box breathing. No, you don't need an actual box. Inhale through your nose for a count of 4, hold your breath for a count of 4, exhale through your mouth for a count of 4, and hold your breath again for a count of 4. It's like playing a game of breath Tetris. Repeat this cycle several times, until you feel like a breathing pro. Add in some alternate nostril breathing. Yes, it looks as funny as it sounds. Close one nostril with your finger and inhale deeply through the other nostril. Try not to poke yourself. Close the other nostril and exhale through the first nostril. It's like a nose workout. Alternate sides and continue this pattern. Feel the nostril power. Finish off with a body scan meditation. No, not like airport security. Close your eyes and bring your attention to different parts of your body, starting from your toes and working your way up to your head. Yes, even your pinky toe deserves attention. Fantastic. We're now feeling relaxed and centered, and maybe a little bit silly. It's crucial to end our routine with a cool down to gradually bring our heart rate back to normal. Plus, it's a great excuse to look like a majestic sloth. Start with some gentle stretching. Think of it as your body's way of saying, I'm not a pretzel, but I can try. Stand with your feet hip-width apart and reach your arms overhead. Then slowly lower them to your sides. Imagine you're a tree swaying in the breeze. Next, move into a standing quad stretch. Pretend you're trying to kick your own butt, but in slow motion. Hold onto a wall or a sturdy object for balance, bend one knee and bring your heel towards your glutes. No, you're not auditioning for a flamingo roll. Hold your ankle with your hand and feel the stretch in your quadriceps. If you feel like a human rubber band, you're doing it right. Repeat on the other side, because symmetry is key even in stretching. Now let's do a standing hamstring stretch. Imagine you're reaching for that last cookie on the top shelf. Extend one leg in front of you with your heel on the ground and your toes pointing up. Yes, you're now a graceful ballerina. Hinge at your hips and reach for your toes, or at least pretend you can touch them. Repeat on the other side, because your other leg deserves some love too. Add in a calf stretch. Think of it as your calf's moment to shine. Stand facing a wall, place your hands on the wall and step one foot back. Pretend you're pushing the wall away, superhero style. Keep your back leg straight and your heel on the ground. Feel the stretch and channel your inner yoga master. Lean into the wall and feel the stretch in your calf. If you feel like a mountain goat, you're nailing it. Repeat on the other side a turn, because balance is everything. Finish off with a shoulder stretch. Your shoulders will thank you. Bring one arm across your chest and hold it with your opposite hand. Imagine you're giving yourself a well-deserved pat on the back. As we wrap up our morning routine, I want to leave you with a motivational message to carry with you throughout the day, and maybe a laugh or two. Remember that every day is a new opportunity to be the best version of yourself, or at least a slightly better version than yesterday. The effort you put into your morning routine sets the tone for the rest of your day. So if you tripped over your yoga mat, just laugh it off. You've taken a step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle, and that's something to be proud of. Even if you did it in mismatched socks, keep pushing yourself and stay committed to your routine. And remember, sweat is just your fat crying. Believe in yourself and your ability to achieve your goals. Because if you can survive burpees, you can survive anything. Thank you for joining me in this 10-minute morning routine. Now go conquer the day one laugh at a time. Thanks a bunch for joining me in this morning routine. I hope you didn't trip over your yoga mat like I did. I hope you enjoyed it and feel ready to tackle whatever comes your way today, even if it's just finding your other sock. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more health and wellness tips. Also, click the link below for exclusive content and additional resources to help you on your wellness journey. Your support means a lot and helps us to continue to bring you valuable information. So hit that subscribe button and let's stay healthy together. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember, you've got this, and if you don't, there's always coffee.